Here it comes.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. We can see it.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Viola Kosome. I am a multimedia journalist working with People Daily newspaper based here in Kisumu, Kenya. So I decided to choose on a project on HIV and AIDS with a bias on the use of PrEP as one of the methods of reducing the rates of infection. I realized that majority, especially those coming from the rural areas and along the lakeside region, are at high risk of getting HIV, and a number of sex workers there are using PrEP at least to protect themselves. So my project settled on Homa Bay County, which is one of the places that is struggling with high burden of the disease, where HIV prevalence is nearly at 4.5 times the national prevalence, which is at 26% according to the National AIDS Control Council. So about PrEP, it is a pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is one of the drugs that is used to prevent the disease, the virus, I mean. It has become a must-have for several high-risk communities on the shores of Lake Victoria. For instance, those coming from Kisumu County, Siaya, especially Homa Bay, which is the worst county that is affected with the virus here in Kenya. So when I tried to collect my data, I realized that there was, just a moment, 49%, the reasons why people were dropping PrEP. Most of the users of PrEP said that they were using the PrEP because they stopped using it because of its side effects. So when I was collecting my data, 44.9% dropped it because of the side effect that they were getting from the drug, and the burden of the pill, it was at 43.6%, and the reduced change was at 42.8. These were the people who were saying that they stopped using it because they were saying that they were not seeing any change, and the perceived experience, those who are feeling, was at 16.5%, and negative clinic experience was at 15.3%. These were the people who were saying that when they go to the clinic, they were facing some challenges, and lack of family partner was at 8.9, and access challenges was at 7.6%. So 7.6 were the people who are saying that sometimes when they go to the clinic to get the drug, it was not there at times. The same, that one was a graph and this one is just a table. They are the same. If I move forward, just a moment. I saw that according to the data that I got, PrEP awareness across the region, just a moment. According to the data that I got, in terms of gender, the male sex workers were more aware about the drug at 98.8% compared to the female sex workers. And I realized that according to the National AIDS and STI Control Program, NASCO, Nairobi County leads in terms of PrEP awareness. At least Nairobi County, which is the capital city of Kenya, are aware about PrEP and they are using it. And when you come down to these other counties, which are at high risk, Kisumu, Migori, and Kisii counties are lagging behind with only a sample of about 4,281. And they're the high-risk groups, and they are not even aware of the drugs. If you compare with Nairobi. According to the statistics by NASCO, nationwide statistics indicate that the numbers have reduced to about 200,000 annually to an average of 55,000. It has reduced from, according to the statistics by NASCO, nationwide statistics indicate that the number have reduced from 200,000 annually to an average of 55,000. That's the people who are taking. Before around 200,000 were annually going to take the drug, but now only 55% are going. And Kisumu as one of the hotspots. Kisumu, one of the HIV hotspots along Homa Bay, has registered a drop in a number of circumcised people. I also did just a moment. According to the survey that I got, I was also comparing with the number of males that were going to be circumcised, at least to secure themselves. And I realized that in the earlier years, annually, more people were going to be circumcised compared to now, where it has reduced. Where, for instance, in Kisumu, monthly, that's before, at least 900 people were going to be circumcised. But now the statistics indicate that only 60 people are going to get circumcised. If I move forward, I decided to choose the data because the data were instrumental in helping me develop my story, and it also enabled me to create the visualizations. The data also contain vital statistics that highlight more information about HIV preventive drug, which is the PrEP. If you see the challenges that I faced, the understanding of some of the data was a challenge because they were in bulk. So I had to struggle to understand them, but thanks to my mentor who was there for me. And also selecting the best data for visualization was also a challenge, but I managed to overcome and through the help of my mentor. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Viola. Interesting.